Welcome back, Pudlings. Hello. We're back to a little bit of off to work vloggage. I do like a bit of vloggage on my commute to work, and today you join me on a saggy, soggy, wet and moist morning. So, what's up, bitches? How's it diddly hanging? Somewhat pendulous, I assume. Sort my mirrors out. I've got a little surprise for you. Skadoosh! Hello! It's me, Pudling. Oh no, you're the Pudling. I'm Pudmoto. This is a trial, so I don't know what the camera angle's going to be like or how shaky it is, because I've set the camera up and it's not tending to want to stay where it is, so at the minute it's just lent. So watch how easy this can happen. Ready? A little bit of vibration. Oh, now you're over there. You know what I mean? And off you go, and you're dead. So we'll sit you there for now and flick back and forth, because I quite like the idea of having two camera angles. And look, you can see my cheeky little camera down there. It's called an Akaso EK7000. Allegedly it does 4K, and allegedly it has a 170-degree field of view. But I think that might be lying. Liar. But we'll see how it performs. But yeah, nonetheless, hello. Oh man, I'm hoping that with this I'm going to be able to call out dickheads behind me. We'll see. Because I have got a ball bag right up my ass now and he's beeping. But I don't care. Ring, 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 but I don't care. Ah, nice. Traffic! So what do I actually want to talk to you about today? Well, as you will have heard in my community post and video, previous video that is, I am now a father. Yes, a father Pudling in my own right. So I was just going to talk a little bit about that. We had a baby. Which is pretty interesting, exciting, whatever you want to call it. For some people, potentially devastating, who knows? Depends how much you like kids. Me, so far, found, yes, not too bad, not too bad. Quite a lovely experience altogether. And he's sleeping as well, which is, I mean, I don't want to not guilt trip, I don't want to rub it in any parent's faces. I am not naive to the fact that at any point his sleep could go, I don't exist anymore, and neither does yours, bitch. But for now, touch wood, you know, we're just over 3 weeks since birth. Since his exit of the female form, we've only had maybe 1 or 2 bad nights. 2 or 3. 3 or 4 maybe. Maybe every night's been that, I'm joking. But yeah, so far, it's all good. Happy days, bitch. Do I feel, I mean, it's only 2 cars, but I feel like I've just got to go up front, and it would be rude not to. Wow. Hello. My visor's steaming up, so I might just have a half-phase reveal this early on. Yeah, fuck it. Hi guys. You can somewhat see what I look like now. If it's not too dark, that is. Yeah, so baby boy's treating us well so far. We're both sleeping a decent amount, which is swell as a bell. An engorged bell, which would be very swell, actually, yeah. That would be sizably swell. Depending on the level of engorgement. I'm going to stop talking out my ass now. So yeah, we have a lovely little baby boy. He's called Cooper. Baby Cooper. You've heard this in the last video. But it's nice that I'm back out on the bike. Well, it's not nice that I'm on my way to work, but I suppose being out back on the bike's a good thing. To get to work. Full-time motovlogger soon, you know. No, I'm only joking. I wish anyway. And if you wish to, subscribe, share, tell your friends to subscribe. Yeah? Now you can look into my eyes while I say it. Oh, we've got a brethren. I think it's a 125 brethren. The brethren. The brethren. Go on, this is going to be a close nod. Alright, lad? Oh, that felt good. God's sake. So yeah, anyway, I mean, there's not tons to update on what the baby's been up to, because babies just sort of do this. And that's sort of their life for the first however long. I don't know how this works. It's going good. He's doing good. The wife's doing good. Mrs. Pud. We were talking about this, was me and the wife, the other day. What would her name be? Would it just be Mrs. Pud? If anyone can come up with a creative name for my wife in Pudling form, let me know. Let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, I want suggestions. So what are we thinking of the new camera? Is it working? Are we thinking it might be a bit shaky? It looks a little bit shaky from where I'm sitting. But then I don't know if that's just because the connection's not very secure. I'm hoping the footage turns out okay and we can use it. But at the minute it's on a little bit of a swaz, so I don't know if it's gonna... I'll use it just so we can see what my first attempt at a second camera's like. We may need to make some adjustments, which is okay. That's absolutely okay. One thing I'm going to say about babies, no one prepares you for how funny their shits are. I know that sounds really weird, but I find them hilarious. Like, when you open the nappy and it's just absolutely smashed. It's like pebble dashed to the wall. Absolute eruption of milkness. Little milk shitness. And they're just like, oh God, clean me. And you're like, oh my God, I literally just heard you empty your guts into that. And they're all there. Basically, can confirm every gut in your body is there. Because geez, some of them have been absolute beasts. They've been well good. Proper smashed it. We'll go down and round. Right foot, left foot. And we'll squeeze into that little hole there. Love that. Oh. Yeah, with the goal, end game, is to have a couple of really decent GoPros. And then I can make proper good content. But, as you can imagine, funds don't allow for GoPros all the time. We'll do this bitch. I just want it to do alright, I suppose. If it does alright and it can tide me over until hopefully we can start monetizing this bitch. In fact, in my last video I mentioned about stickers, and I actually think I'm going to get some sorted. So if you want a sticker, let me know, so that then I know how many to get. And I'll try and get some good quality shit, man. Or I'll show you the options of what I could make into stickers potentially. But anyway, back to baby. Back to the baby talk. He is just pretty mega. I think I've got a few guys on here who've obviously had kids and said that it's the best thing sort you'll ever do. And I can vouch it's definitely an amazing experience. But it is also good to be back as Pud Moto, back on the roads, back on the usual route. It's just Father Pud Moto now. El Padre. Oh yeah? Yeah! What's also funny is when you are changing baby's nappy, because it's a boy, the fountain of youth sets off every single time. And it's the most hilarious thing, because you just get caught out at any given time. You can have changed the full nappy, well, not changed it all, but got everything cleaned up, cleared up, put your blooming nappy bag in bin because it's full of shit, literally. And then you turn around and the fountain of youth spraying all over walls and covering him in it, and you're like, mate, I've just cleaned you, I've just sorted all this, and now there's more mess here than there ever was before. You were the one crying about it to get it changed, and now you're pissing everywhere. What are you playing at, kid? What are you playing at? They never answer for some reason. A bit rude, but yeah, they just act very childish. I keep trying to tell him to stop acting like a baby, but then I'm like, maybe it's founded, maybe you can do. No, it's good fun though, and I can imagine it only gets funner when they can start moving properly and You can chase them round and shit. But yeah, thriving. And I mean, my wife, insert name here, has bounced back ridiculously well. So she ended up having a C-section because things went a little bit sideways, and then that was sort of the safest, most sensible option. And usually, I mean, her sister had a C-section and came out 5 days later out of hospital. My wife had a C-section 22 hours, and she was like, right, let's go, shall we go for a walk, let's do it. I'm like, I'm not even ready for that. Jesus. Yeah, it's weird though. Although I did get to scrub up. I got to scrub up and play doctor for a little bit, or should I say went into theatre and sat in the corner like a little bitch while the actual doctors did their thing. And I was like, whoa, this is the theatre. It's just like the movies. But main thing is she was safe, baby was safe, and I was safely in the corner. Yeah, bitch. But yeah, she's bounced back so well. We've come home, and what, 10 days after giving birth, she came running in and she was like, you'll never guess what. And I was like, what? And she goes, this is my weight now, this morning. And I'm like, what? And basically 10 days after giving birth, her weight was 2 kilos lighter than her pre-pregnancy weight. And I was like, how? And I'm here trying to cut down, trying to get less pudding of a pudding, less pudding of a puddling, a puddling with less pud. Yeah, I'm trying to take the pud out of Yorkshire. But yeah, I'm trying hard to lose weight, and she's just like, oh, just had a baby. I mean, I think that is the ultimate weight loss technique, isn't it? You lose like, what, 4 kilos within a split second having a baby out. Probably more actually, because the water probably weighs a shit ton. But yeah, so she's bounced back pretty goddamn well. It is pretty amazing what women can do. I mean, childbirth highlights that incredibly. I mean, the fact that she were there in theatre with her body literally open, and less than 24 hours later she's urging us to get up, get moving, get out, you know what I mean, while raising a kid. If I had a hat on, I'd take my hat off to the mothers out there. The mothers, but let's not forget the fathers, because I do, going through the experience myself, I have found that fathers in some respects can get a little bit left behind, and I've definitely felt that a little bit. So hopefully that's not something that other people have felt, but me personally definitely have. But all in all, pretty awesome. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick update. Oh, last thing, he was £7.15 and she wanted a £7-pounder, and I'm like, fucking hell love, you were pushing it there, weren't you, Jesus? But she got the £7-pounder she wanted. Not that it matters, because it came out the sunroof and not out the exit chute. That is an awful way of putting it, innit? He came out safely, that's all I care about. Thank you for watching once again. Peace, Pudlings. Yeah, bitch.